Alright, so today is Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday I cut grass, nothing exciting, but today's a little fun job. I got this 10 by 16 office trailer to transport, picking it up in, I think I'm in Gainesville. No, I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and it's going to Gainesville, Virginia, which is roughly 50 or 60 miles from here. But pretty good size. I got a magnetic light bar I'm going to stick on there for tail lights. A little inside view. Hopefully those two windows there don't get blown out going down the road. But let's hope for the best. Alright, so the trailer delivery went smooth. No problems, no blowouts, no nothing. But when I turned on in here, look at that up there. Must be a scrapyard nearby. Oh, see a couple junk cars back there. Alright, so hopefully we'll be able to do something a little bit more exciting tomorrow and Friday. It's been raining all week so far. Alright, so after about a solid 5 days of rain, sun's finally back to shining. Badger's pissed off because we haven't been working and we can't do no scrapping because it's so wet. But today, taking this little S10 to my brother-in-law's house. He got the blue truck also. He's gonna make some kind of hot rod out of it, but y'all can watch it. Badger, you don't have it strapped down yet?
No, no.
Okay. Hey, how do you feel about these 5 or 6 days of rain we've had?
Man, it's fucked up, man. It fucked my whole goddamn groove up. I got muddy as hell, man. Can't get no goddamn work, man. This ain't no fucking fun, man. Badger pissed off here now. God damn it, I'm ready to find a goddamn snakehead to bite. Get paws in, goddamn it. I'm like, find an old October right now. Let me sink. God damn it, let me get busy.
Oh boy. Alright, we're strapping this down and then we're on the road. Okay, so today is Memorial Day, and over the weekend I've been breaking down a couple little things I had laying around, but we got a good amount of rain last night. These buckets were empty yesterday. Now they got about 4 or 5 inches of water in them. But anyway, got some number 2 copper. The ends from a couple ACRs. This one's got transformers in it. Got a small battery there. Number 1 copper. A couple sealed units. Pretty good sized pile of electric motors. And then these are the aluminum blades off the motors that had aluminum. This will be 30 cents a pound. So like I said in the last video, sometimes I cut it off, sometimes I don't. And then this is some small ACRs I had. And then the truck got a washing machine and some other small tin on there. Probably 500 or 600 pounds of tin, and then whatever else I got. Most of it, I've been, whatever I got there broke down, I've been hoarding in the back of this truck. I've had this truck for a couple years, and I just don't use it anymore because I have my service truck. So I figured I'd clean it out and might as well sell it if I'm not going to use it. No sense in holding on to it. But I've been keeping a little bit of Bear Bright in here, probably 10 or 15 pounds of that. And then for anybody that cares or is interested, this was at a scrapyard one day. Somebody turned it in. It's a dual 4-barrel Chevrolet intake manifold for like a Chevy 350 or something like that, and the scrapyard actually gave it to me. They only paid like $3 for it or something because it was a mix of steel and aluminum, etc. So they gave it to me. I thought that was pretty cool. Might be able to sell that for a couple dollars. It looks old, but I'll try and catch up with you when I go to the scrapyard tomorrow. They're not open today, obviously. Oh, and then I might as well show you. I got a little micro scrapping. Yeah, micro scrapping. We were dumpster diving one day, and we found all these. I think they're called servers. I'm not too sure, but this is what the inside of them looks like. And I know people go crazy over these ram sticks, whatever they are, but some of them have, like that one has a big copper heat sink in it. More ram sticks. I don't know if you can see them in the light. I guess they're real. These things are really heavy. They're probably at least 30 pounds a piece. Then all these HD TV boxes were in the dumpster as well. And I had some of this stuff broke down. I'll turn the light on. These are some of the ram sticks I got taken out so far. And then I got these little squares, whatever they're called. I call it board sort because I hear Scrap Vulture talking about them all the time. But I got that stuff there. Couple, I think this came out of a tower. I don't know. But there's a couple motherboards to the servers somewhere around here also, but I don't remember. But really, I don't know. Like, see, I see this gold plate here on these two. I don't know if these are good, or I guess I have to package them all together and send them. Like, see, this one's got another couple heat sinks and a transformer on it, plus the gold. They said they don't care about the transformers or heat sinks, so I guess it's just about the gold. Yeah, buddy. And then like this one here, that's got gold on it, as does that one. But really, I think this yeah, it does. See, that has more gold on it too. I'm just really not too familiar. I've kind of been trying to keep everything categorized in the same boards. That way when I send them, it'll all be easier for them to figure out what it is, and they can pay me for it. So we'll see what's going on. Alrighty, so that load of ACRs, electric motors, copper, etc. I had, I took it to the scrapyard that I take the my steel to, because I had the tin on the truck as well. So it's kind of like the wild west at that scrapyard. It's foreigners that own it and run it, and the handwritten receipts are kind of unlegible. But that first thing is 117 pounds of the sealed units. They got $14, and 35 pounds of clean aluminum copper radiators. That brought $35. 15 pounds of A, which I assume is aluminum. I got $5. $470. And I didn't show it, but I had a big solid brass piece. I don't know what it was, but it weighed 24 pounds, and I got $28 for that. 269 pounds of electric motors, they brought $32. 5 pounds of number 1 copper for $12. 3 pounds of number 2 copper for $6. And then I had 540 pounds of light steel for $37, which totaled out to be $172. And then I forgot about that Bear Bright I had, and I took that to another scrap yard near my house, and that was 18 pounds for $42. So that's that. And today I have the rollback at my house, and I need to get them both to my dad's house, the service truck and the rollback. So I got that loaded up, and then I need to cut some grass. So I'm gonna try, oh yeah, I got plenty of room. I'm gonna stick the 0 turn on the very back of the trailer, so I'll get it all loaded up, head on down the road. All right, so we're really pushing the envelope here. Got about a good foot left. Service truck weighs about 10,000 pounds. That's a little bit of a load on the rollback. It's not gonna like it trying to pull this up, but it's either gonna break or work. There it is, looking good. I plan, after I cut this one little yard of grass I plan on breaking down some more, that second load of air conditioning units for anybody that's watching and remembers, so we'll pick it up then. Just to clarify something here, the reason I said last time it's either going to break or take it, you aren't going to be able to see it, but this is obviously an old school rollback, and the only place it's welded is that piece of angle iron right there from frame rail to frame rail. Someone had originally broken it off and welded it back in with a couple little pieces of square tubing, and then I broke it loose trying to load a big like a box truck similar to what Scrap Kingdom has. I really can't get you there to see it, but that little square block right there in the center of the screen is what had to be welded back on both sides. That way it didn't break loose, because like I said, all it is, it's welded right to the back of the frame there. So I don't think it's somebody homemade. I think it was originally a rollback, but it's old and antiquated and stuff happens. So that's it. Yeah, this looks like a good spot to do a little dumpster diving in. plenty of them here to keep us busy for a while. But anyway, today is Friday. I have grass to cut, but it poured rain last night, so I'm waiting on the sun to dry the grass out a little. So I figure we'll check a few dumpsters while we're waiting. Get back to you when we're at the first one. This is a industrial park that I'm at, and there's one business that moved out and another's moving in. Doesn't look like there's anything in this one. There normally isn't in this one. Well, I think that guy just threw this in there. Yeah. Nice and heavy. I don't know what it is. Feels like a, oh, it's a ABS sensor. See all the brake line hookups there. On to the next. This big stainless refrigerator or freezer, whichever it is out here near the dumpster. Trying to find somebody to get a hold of to see if I can scrap it or not. But in that dumpster that was right behind it was this little steel umbrella. Nothing's fantastic. Me and the Badger found a couple brake drums in here last time. Well, doesn't look like much this time. Oh, big piece of coax. That's got that a copper sheath on it. I think my yard will buy that just because it has the copper on the outside, not just a little piece on the inside. That's empty. Yeah, nothing. I don't see much reason for digging in this one anymore. Couple dogs. Little puppy dog. Little go-kart action, and an overflowing dumpster. This looks promising. Negative on that full dumpster having anything. It's way too packed to even look. Well, lots of scrap in this one. Wow, glad I got out. This one's probably filled with wood too. Yeah. Nice. This industrial park never really pays off. It's got a couple automotive shops in it, but they rarely throw stuff away. Everybody's pretty keen on the scrap. Oh, there's a new dumpster here though. That's promising. There only used to be this one blue one. Yeah, coat hangers. If they come out in a bundle, I'll take them, but they're all hung up. I'm not. Yeah. Guess we get a wire basket. I mean, a wicker basket with it. Feel like scrapping pallet man, picking up 3 cents worth of steel. Nah, I think that's about it. Oh, boxes. Bumski. Nothing. That one's heavy. Oh no, that's got to be food. Radiator box, negative, empty. Radiator hoses, but no radiator. Disgusting trash. Oh, there's a piece of exhaust pipe. Huh. Yeah. And the brake pad. Okay. Thought it was going to be a little better than this. Nope. That's it. The hot rod shop right here. Just a couple Chevelles. Somebody got a new Makita drill. Negative. This dumpster belongs to a body shop. Occasionally there's a radiator in here, but most of the time it's just empty boxes and gloves. A little electric motor, heater motor. Looks like that's about it. Take the motor and run. Alright, so it took me about 6 businesses to walk into and ask if this refrigerator was scrap or not, and I finally found the business that it belonged to, and they said go ahead and take it. They said it works fine, so that really might be a nice little something to sell if it's worth it. It's fairly clean. I guess it's some kind of warmer. It says temperature display, and it looks like some things are baked on in there. I'm not sure, but either way, we'll see. This is a lift gate on my service truck, but it goes down, but it doesn't go up very good lately. Inside of the hydraulic reservoir is a little filter, and if I had to guess why it's not working right, it's because the filter's plugged up, so gotta get on that. The little joker was deceivingly heavy. Nice tight fit. Alright, so now I'm gonna head back to my house, and where the yards of grass I gotta cut are. And there is a apartment complex that we'll ride through. Check out those dumpsters. Alright, so we're here in the apartment complex. It's good sized. I actually used to live here myself, and in the 6 or 8 months I was here, I rarely ever saw anything good in any of the dumpsters. Perfect example right there. But they have recently built these wooden enclosures around them, and that really helps to keep down with the dumping of mattresses and stuff like that around it. That was probably the hottest commodity around them all, but hopefully we'll see if we can get anything. And obviously, I mentioned earlier, Scrap and Pallet Man getting 3 cents worth of metal and all. There's nothing wrong with that. And me doing this in a 10,000 pound truck obviously isn't very cost effective, so it's strictly for your viewer enjoyment. And oh man, they must have just dumped these, but anyway, it's strictly for your enjoyment and to satisfy my curiosity. If these two are empty, I'm probably just gonna call it quits, because I know the whole place got dumped probably last night. Yep. Alright, well, I'm not gonna waste my time looking in empty dumpsters. Maybe I'll find something interesting on the way home. Okay, so I was still checking, but didn't have the camera on, and of course there's a top to an oven here. Scrap. Once again, just when you think it's over, it's not. It's wedged in there pretty good in that bed frame. Wow, no wonder that hadn't been able to get dumped out. There it is. Yeah, it's steel. See if these are aluminum blinds like Scrap Vulture finds. Nope, plastic. Pair of shoes, light bulb, little stainless sink stopper there. We'll take that. Oh wow, making more of a mess than it's worth here. I would imagine this bed frame has been in that dumpster for months and months due to the fact that it was wedged in there so hard. Alright, that was the last dumpster. Maybe we'll find something else. This is a very small retirement community. I don't know if anything will be in here. I've never looked in them. Oh man, they got dumped too. That's a real bummer. Missed it by one day. I think that's the only dumpster in here, actually. There's another, that's like, I don't know if you have it where you live, but those are called Section 8 housing where we live. It's pretty much 100% government funded. Very low rent. Swing through here, see if we can find anything. They probably got dumped last night as well. Yep. A recycling bin there. Nothing but flies and trash. Small, I guess this is a retirement community as well. I didn't read the sign. They have their trash cans out. I thought they had dumpsters. Didn't look like anything exciting going on here. there's a small church directly across the street from here. I seen it had a dumpster. Shoot on over there, see what they got. Thinking about getting a head mount for the GoPro, especially when we're me and the Badger are loading scrap. Oh, and since I mentioned the Badger, we haven't really been working him a whole lot, just because mainly I've been doing lots of little jobs that honestly I don't need him for, so that's why he's not here. Not that we got in a fight or anything like that. I know it makes the videos better, believe me. Oh, some shredded paper. Nothing. Got all the concrete parking stops you could want though. Alrighty, on to the next. All action here. I would assume they have dumpsters behind their businesses. Oh yeah. Boxes. Nice grease. This is like a Goodwill here. Scored a little Lampski with a cord. Seen a wire basket in here as well. Couple chairs. Yeah, there's a perfect example. I shut the camera off because I didn't want to videotape her without her permission, etc. But the downside of having a loud big truck pulled up right next to the Goodwill dumpster, they were outside within 5 seconds and they told me that I couldn't dive in their dumpster, and I just said okay and headed on out. But need to be sneaky quiet. But also I have a little Chevrolet S10 similar to Scrap and Pallet Man's, and so maybe we'll get that going, ride around and see what's going on. But that Goodwill dumpster had those chairs in there, a couple little wire baskets or something, and there was a looked like a printer or something in the bottom, something with a metal casing, but that's okay. Just avoid